And a very pleasant good evening from Tamalpais High School in Mill Valley, California. And yeah, we usually say good afternoon, but we have ourselves a night game, everybody. And we're going to hang on just a second to make sure we have our technical ducks in a row. Right back. And a very pleasant good evening again. If you're with us for the first greeting, hello on a Tuesday night. That's right, Tuesday night lights in Mill Valley, California for some TamTV water polo. Thanks for joining us. We're always happy to have you guys. Even if you're watching on replay, thanks for joining us again. And once again, we're nothing without our great TamTV crew that brings you this beautiful scene here. TamTV, Colleen Donaldson here to set it up. We got the Burks next to us scoring, and we have the Tamalpais boys taking on the Liberty High of Brentwood boys in a non-league match, a good NCS match right now. Liberty High of Brentwood, a good team coming in here 10-5 from Brentwood, California, eastern Contra Costa County. They've beaten San Marin. They've beaten Terra Linda. They're 10-5. Tam's 5-3, 5-1 since their 0-2 start, coming off their big win over Terra Linda last time we saw them. We're underway. We're right underway, and Jasper Feldman has won the sprint. Let's get you your Tam starting lineman. Jasper Feldman, sophomore, number 11, Sammy Melise, Declan Murphy, number 5, who rips a pass right down there to number 10, Pash CV, and I believe we're getting a goal right out of the gates. It just kind of trickled in. So you had a little pass from Declan Murphy to Pash CV, who scores the goal. Congratulations on a fast start for Tam. That's what they want to do. So Sammy won the sprint, and Pash nudged it in there for a 1-0 lead. Okay, let's get you guys going. Get you some Liberty High or Brentwood information. I'm looking at number 19, Hunter Varsity. It's a long. We got a turnover already. The action's too fast and furious right away. Pash hits Sammy Melise, the junior, number 11, the lefty, swimming with open water, and he rips it in there. And wow, Tam is off to a great start. So let's just try to catch yourself up here. My goodness, get you guys the Tam starters and get you guys 2 Tam goals on the board before we could even get us started here. Okay. Tam starters are, as usual, seniors Andrew Wallace, number 22, and Declan Murphy, number 5. Sophomore Jasper Feldman, number 2. Junior Rogan Burke, number 14. Sophomore Pash CV, number 10. And number 11, Sammy Melise, the junior. All right, number 4 for Liberty High, Joel Ray, being pressed by Sammy Melise right now. We'll try to get you guys a little bit. Declan Murphy wrestling down there with number 10, Peyton Nelson, and forces an overturned pass. The pass was a little too greedy, and Murphy had locked up 10 Nelson, and now Tam's on a counter again. So Tam really coming out ripping. What a pass from Pass CV and Declan Murphy. My God, it's been going quite fast here, guys, quite fast. Tam is up 3-0 right out of the gate. So before we could even catch our breath, that was a wonderful pass from Pass CV. So twice already we've had Declan Murphy fed Pass CV for a goal, then Pass CV fed Declan Murphy for a goal. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. 3-0 Tam. To get you caught up again here, Liberty High of Brentwood, 10-5, perennially an NCS qualifying team. They have close losses to College Park, 12-8, Las Lomas, 11-9, Cal High, 13-12. They did beat San Marin 13-11 in a tournament. They beat Terra Linda 15-6. I don't know if Terra Linda had their full roster in that game, but they got the win. So it's a nice NCS foe for Tam. It would be a nice win on their resume, and here they are off to a great start. There's Declan Murphy with a steal. That was sort of a double tap away from Pash CV to Murphy, who fires to Jasper Feldman. Jasper is the man who can swim down the pool faster than most, and he rips in the goal off the assist from Murphy, and Tam is up 4-0 early in this game. Let me get you guys. I'm having trouble even keeping up with the goals, everybody. It's all happening so fast. There's only 5:26 to go in the first quarter, and it's 4-0. It's kind of funny. The slow starts have plagued Tam forever. Not today. Not today. Maybe it's the lights. Perhaps it's the eve of Declan Murphy's little brother Rory's birthday. Maybe that's what they're inspired by. Maybe it's Colleen Donaldson locking in TamTV and again. I don't know, but it's a real good sign. So let's get you settled in right now. Tam 4 have goals right now from Pash CV, Sammy Melise, Declan Murphy, and Jasper Feldman. Liberty has not had a shot on goal yet. Tam's pressing them. Tam's causing problems, and head coach Rosie Ayers has already called timeout. Let's catch you up on Tam. They're 5-3 this year. They started the year 0-2. The tough loss at Miramani, who's just quite simply one of the best teams in Northern California. The agonizing loss at Menlo, where they really had a tough first half, came all the way back, lost 12-11, and since then have gone 5-1 with the 9-8 loss to Redwood that still sticks in their craw. Maybe that's what you're seeing right now. A little bit of that. Big win over Terra Linda last Thursday to kind of establish themselves, and looming on Monday is a game at Archie Williams, but we should probably focus on this game right now. That's goalie Jack Lorenz, who tries to get the ball over to number 6, Samuel St. Michael. He's got Rogan Burke on him. Michael over to Ray, a senior. Melise pressing him. Coach Rosie Ayers screaming. She wants a little action from some cutting. She's not getting it. The shot clock is frozen, perhaps? There it was. I think we had a little slight incident with the shot clock, and so we're going to reset it here. Our official calls for the ball.
15.
We're setting 15. 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Tuesday Night Lights, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on TamTV. That's number 19, Hunter V. I'm going to go by. It's a long last name. Vasarhely. Murphy pressing number 10, Peyton Nelson, who throws it errantly right to Sammy the Swiper, Sammy Melise, and Ethan Wallace finds his brother, Los Hermanos, and he finds Rogan Burke, who goes off the top bar. That's unfortunate. He'll have another look at it, but a good pass from Andrew Wallace. Los Hermanos Water Polo. Ethan and Andrew Wallace, they love to hook up with Ethan firing down to Andrew. All right, there's 10. Peyton Nelson, the junior, getting pressed by Andrew Wallace. He throws a wet ball over in the direction of number 7, Hayden Young. Young over to number 6, Samuel St. Michael. And here goes Young. Now he's driving. He's got a little open water. She wants him to pass it to Hunter. Hunter's number 19. And sure enough, another Tam swipe. That's Rogan Burke and Sammy Melise combining. There's Andrew Wallace, of course, who's probably one of the finest players in the county, and Andrew draws the kick out just like that. So, a little kick out situation. I don't know if Liberty got the memo. Liberty didn't get the memo here. Or they just called it an ordinary. They called it an ordinary. Interesting. All right, so Tam into really one of his first traditional sets of the early evening. Rogan Burke up top. Looking down low, gets it down to Wallace. A little sloppy, and Wallace spins and absolutely knifes it into the side of the goal. Just a high-level goal from Andrew Wallace to make it 5-0 Tam here in the first quarter. Great start for the Tam red-tailed Hawks here, and that was a outstanding piece of shooting by Andrew Wallace. Subs coming in now for Liberty. Tam leaving their starters in. You're going past CV, Sammy Melise, Andrew Wallace, Rogan Burke, Jasper Feldman, Declan Murphy. I think Coach Max Pollock would like to see these guys develop a little chemistry in advance of the Monday game at Archie. Tomorrow a game, too. We have a little afternoon delight tomorrow, a little 4 o'clock game. Oh, look at number 12. Zachary Pierce, he's their captain, and he spins Andrew Wallace with a nice move. Now, my mistake, I don't think Pierce had been in the game prior, and I think he is their best player based on the fact that he is their captain. And he pulled a nice little move on Andrew Wallace. So maybe a little action. Keep your eye on number 12, Andrew Pierce. We had a kick out. Andrew Wallace did get kicked out. It is a 6-on-5. Sorry, a little late on that information. So Liberty trying to crack the code here in a 6-on-5. And there's number 19, Hunter V, stoned by Ethan Wallace. Andrew's like, I don't even know what I did, dude. He's talking to Max Pollock saying, what happened? He's like, what happened there? I don't know what happened. So here we go. Sammy Melise, the lefty. Oh, he had Murphy down low. Opted not to pass. They set it back up top to Feldman. Over to Andrew Wallace, looking for his co-captain down low. No, over to Melise. Melise with a long pass, a little aggressive, over Jasper Feldman's head. Just maybe trying to do too much. Liberty with a rare counter. Rare Tam turnover. They've been so good and efficient so far. Let's keep our eye on number 12, Zachary Pierce. He's being marked by number 22, Andrew Wallace, over there on the right side of the pool there. Burke pressing number 9, Colin Fern. And we got a kick out. Sammy Melise gets kicked out, drawn by number 4, Joel Ray. They're going to try to score right now. Number 19, Hunter V. He's looking. He whips it over to 17, who is Calden Dean. They're trying to take advantage. So 2 kickouts now for Tam. And 2 6-on-5s for Liberty. They're trying to get on the board, down 5-0 early. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. And it looks like we're going to be even. Look at 19. Hunter V with the rip, and he scores. An unfortunate moment where it looked like Pash CV and Declan Murphy, number 5 and number 10, might have gotten in the way of Ethan Wallace's eyes there. And you got to give Hunter V a little credit for knifing that thing in. So Liberty of Brentwood says, listen, we're not going to get shut out tonight. We're going to score a goal. So Tam slowed down a little bit since their first raucous start. Liberty maybe a little swarmed by Tam's defense, kind of settling down a little bit. Tam hasn't scored in a minute or two. Andrew Wallace with the ball up top at the 3. Whips it over to number 10, past CV, and back to Andrew. They're dropping down on Murphy, kind of taking him away. It looks like somebody's going to have to score from elsewhere. Oh, they do throw it down, and Murphy draws an ordinary. Murphy back to Andrew Wallace. Over to Rogan Burke. Burke rises up, looking. 9 on the shot clock, 8-7-6, Pash CV. And that's the second bar in for Pash CV today. That's a crafty way. No way the goalie's going to stop that one. And nice pass from Andrew Wallace. And Pash doing what he needs to do, and that is he's a scorer. They need him to play defense and pass too, but when he has the chance to rip them in, those bar ins are pretty good. So Tam back to their pressing defense. You got Burke over there pressing number 5, Alex Silva. And now Jasper Feldman over there trying to tie it up with number 9, Colin Fern. And we got a kick out. There's a kick out. Declan Murphy kicked out. He's been trying to cut down on those, but here's one in the first quarter. Interesting. Of course, we'll see. That's the third kick out now for Tam. 0 on Liberty. And Liberty will not cash in as number 12, Zachary Pierce, their senior captain, tried. And Ethan Wallace said, not today, captain. I'm stoning that. So great goaltending by Ethan Wallace, the sophomore. Now Murphy back in, press. He's got a little open water, kind of fading out there. Had a little bit more room to work with. Sends it over to Andrew Wallace. Oh, look at that. Captain to captain, senior to senior. Murphy says to himself, if I see Andrew Wallace, my buddy and co-captain, with any kind of room, I will throw him a dime on his right palm. At that point, Andrew Wallace says, thank you for that dime. I will deposit that in the back of the net. 7-1 Tam with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. So Tam almost miffed that Liberty scored a goal, has responded promptly with 2. So we shall see. So again, Tam has been kicked out 3 times. Liberty's drawn 3 kickouts. Tam has not drawn any. Oh, look who's in Dax Tarba, the sophomore, with some aggressive pressing defense on number 4, Joel Ray. Sophomore pressing a senior here. Now Ray does spin him a little bit. Oh, and do we call a kick out? That's the 4th kick out now. I think he did. Joel Ray spun Dax Tarba there. So here's Liberty again with their 4th 6-on-5. See what they can do with it here. Coach Rosie, she's screaming some instructions over here. She wants Hunter V and her number 19. She wants number 12, that's 7, Hayden Young. She wanted Hayden to get it. And again, Ethan Wallace with the block on Hunter Visarhali. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Liberty fans. That's my fault. But we'll call him Hunter V. And Ethan Wallace with another save. Good game so far for the sophomore. Seems like he's feeling it. Maybe he likes the lights. So here we go down to Andrew Wallace, who spins number 4. It's just high-level water polo. Spins Joel Ray and just says, yeah, I'm taking this from you. So that was just skill on display. Skill on display. Tam has spread their goals around nicely. My gosh, 2 for Pash CV, 3 for Andrew Wallace, 1 for Sammy Melise, 1 for Jasper Feldman, 1 for Declan Murphy. Starters have stayed in mostly except for the Dax Tarba sub. But he is back out. We're back to the regular starters. Tam up 8-1 in the first quarter. Maybe trying to make a statement today. Clock ticking to 8-7-6-5 in the first quarter. Oh, the flop, and Murphy gets it back. 3-2, and he gets a foul. Can he score? They have 0.9, and Andrew Wallace tries to. Can't get it in. So here we go. Goalie says to the ref, something happened there. Ref says, no. You guys are down 8-1 at the end of 1. So into the second period we go. Once again, first quarter scoring, Andrew Wallace with 3. All very nice to see. Pash CV with 2. Nice to see him get going. Declan Murphy with 1. Jasper Feldman with 1. And Sammy Melise with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 5 different scorers for Tam. in that first period. So we'll see what Max Pollux does in terms of substituting. We'll see here. We were hoping Tuesday Night Lights would bring out some more fans. So tell your friends. I do see Colleen. Maybe if you can get a shot over there by the, maybe over there on the lane lines or the pool covers. Are those some TAM students perhaps catching some action, or are those just JV Liberty players waiting for the bus? I think we need to get more fans out here. That was the idea. I think Max Pollock and Will Quist said these kids deserve to play under the lights. And, maybe kids go home, do their homework, come back and watch, and hopefully you can spread the word. A couple more night games coming up. I know Camp Belindo's coming here for a night game later this year. And so that should be a good one too. So again, TAM 8, Liberty 1. Liberty of Brentwood, California, out in eastern Contra Costa County, coming in with a 10-5 record. They do have wins over San Marin and Terra Linda. They do have close losses to College Park, Las Lomas, and Cal High on their resume, but they're probably not feeling too good about this 8-1 deficit right now. Of their 5 losses, their worst loss was they did get clocked by College Park 18-8. Then they came back and lost to them 12-8. So they lost to Las Lomas 10-2. So they have a couple of big losses on the resume, but nothing quite like an 8-1 first quarter. Okay, looking out, I see new bodies. I think I see sophomore Will Gracie out there. I think I see number 12, junior Rowan Holden, the surfer. And I think I see the sprint being swum by Tamalpais' number 11, Sammy Malise, and he wins it on a narrow one over number 3, Colton Dravek. So Tam, the couple new subs in. Andrew Wallace up top. You see Murphy working down low against number 12, Zachary Pierce, their senior captain. So it should be a good matchup down there between 5 and 12. Rowan likes a little bit of open water, advances a little bit. They're clamping down. They're dropping down. Murphy, the shot clock's down to 7, 6, 5, 4. And that's a tip away. Nice defense there by Joel Ray. So the drop worked. Tam couldn't get the ball. Not much movement in. So the subs may be learning a little bit about what to do. And Liberty says, we will take that and try to take advantage. Pressing is Rogan Burke on number 19, Hunter V. Hunter V with a long cross-court pass. And there it is, a little push-off there, perhaps on number 4, Joel Ray. Ethan Wallace, man, he's dangerous on these cross-quarters, and he finds his Los Hermanos Wallace. And let's do it again. He said, oh, look at that pass from Andrew Wallace to Declan Murphy. My eyes were strictly on Andrew Wallace as he rose up. I know he's a shooter. And he says, guess what? You guys come to me. I'll find my co-captain down there. Nice catch and score for Murphy. Great teamwork between the two co-captains who, if this season is going to end in a championship, they're going to need to be the guys. A little rain coming down now here at Tam Pool. That's not good. Nobody wants that. Nobody's asking for a little drizzle. Murphy now pressing Pierce. And forces a bad pass. Nice steal by Will Gracie, the sophomore. Good stuff. Will was part of the long pass. Los Hermanos Wallace. They do it again. Ethan to Andrew. That's good stuff, man. That's just good stuff. He ain't heavy. He's my brother, and he likes to score goals. It's Wallace right now with 5 goals says, yeah, you know what? Coach Max says, why don't you take a little powder here, buddy? You got 5. And we'll put Rylan Coleman in, the lefty. Rylan Goldman, we like to call him. He's going to score some goals today. Yeah, I'm seeing a little moisture coming down from the sky. Nobody asked for this. It's October. It's supposed to be or September 30th. It's supposed to be our nice time of year. We can take the rain in November, December. Not now. Not now. Oh, a little drop pass there down to 12. Bradley Pierce. And Murphy forces a bad pass. More good defense from the long arm of Deck Murph, the Hakeem Olajuwon of the TAM defense. Okay, look at that. Sammy Malise with a nice pass to Rogan. What a pass from Burke. Oh, Murphy off the bar. Burke's like, give me my assist, man. Come on. I gave up a shot to get it to you, senior. You're supposed to finish that. We're just joshing here, y'all. Oh, look at that. Swipe away by Will Gracie. Nice play by the sophomore. Showing some impact early in this one. All right, there it is. The Ethan Wallace dime to Burke. He says this time, listen, I passed it to you last time, Declan. Let me shoot this one. Oh, no, swiped away by number 8. Dominic Baden with the steal. Dominic Bailey. Dominic Bailey. Can't read my own writing. Sorry to Liberty fans out there. Don Bailey now with a little counter. A little counter for Liberty. They get it to their captain, Pierce, who whips it over to Hunter V, and he scores. So there it is. The steal winds up being a goal for Liberty. They took advantage and countered. So 4:38 to go in the first half. Tam's up 10-2. They'll take it. We'll see what they do substitution-wise. Number 4, Rylan Coleman remains in the game. 4-11, Sammy Melise, 2 lefties. 12, Rowan Holden. 14, Rogan Burke. 5, Declan Murphy. And 15, Will Gracie. So right now the only starters are Melise, Burke, and Murphy. The 3 subs are Coleman, Holden, and Gracie. 4:37 to go in the first half. Again, Liberty of Brentwood, Eastern Contra Costa County, perennial NCS team. This will be a nice sort of resume buffer. Look at that pass from Burke down to Murphy, who finally stands up and says, no more. No more of the nonsense. I'm ripping this thing in, and I think you see the result of maybe a little coaching from Will Quist and Max Pollock, who told Declan Murphy to have more of a, shall we say, aggressive attitude down near the goal. And he's showing that way nicely. So that's the 3rd goal of the game for Declan Murphy. Tam is up 11-2. 11-2, Burks, yes. You can rely on the Burks. Vicky and Alex doing their thing. You can rely on Colleen Donaldson, too. You can rely on the Tam High Foundation and the Tam boosters who provide us with our Tam TV. And by the way, thanks to everybody who bought a ticket to the Tam High Hall of Fame. We are sold out next Saturday, October 11th. We'll see you at the Tam Valley Community Center if you bought a ticket. Food, drink, great stories, great Tam community bonding to be had. Maybe Rory Murphy will pass you an hors d'oeuvre, perhaps. Dax Tarba, number 8, is in the game. He's pressing number 10, Peyton Nelson, down in the hole. Oh, look at that. Tarba swats it away from Nelson. Just a little nifty flick of the wrist from Dax Tarba. All right, past CV, who's got a couple of goals already, a couple bar ins. And look who's in. Max Kolesnikov is in, number 7. He's in the set. Max Pesh kind of ripped that one. You heard the expression from Coach Max. Not too happy with the hastiness of that shot because it led to this counter, which led to this ejection. So it all starts with the quality of the shot, is what Coach Max is saying, because Tam had to scramble back, had to commit a foul, and as a result, Dax Tarba's an ejection. Liberty with a 6-on-5. We'll see if Ethan Wallace can continue his hot goaltending. He's only allowed 2 so far today. He's faced a number of 6-on-5s, too. Oh, the senior captain couldn't quite hang on to that one. And we're even now, but number 4, Joel Ray with a nice goal. They take advantage of the 6-on-5. It is an 11-3 ball game. All right, back to the action. 11-3. 3 minutes to go in the first half. And it looks like, with the subs in, a little bit of rustiness. There's a turnover that leads to a 1-on-none for number 19, Hunter V, and he scores. So a little sloppiness now, and that's to be expected. Some of the guys who are in right now don't have as many minutes this year. And so number 18, Elvis Shillum, subs out for number 14, Rogan Burke. Coach Max Pollock does try to do a really good job of playing as many guys as he can. It's a credit to him. Tam still nursing the 7-goal lead they had at the end of the first quarter. .240 to go in the first half. Right now, currently, only Jasper Feldman, the only starter in the game right now. That's Peter Mitchell, number 13, in the action. So good to see Peter Mitchell out there. Strips it over to Dax Tarba. Shot clock, though, down to 5. So a little stagnant right now. And that's just going to be a dump into the corner. So action slowed down just a touch here. 2:20 to go in the first half. Liberty thinking, hey, we can get back in this thing. They've left their starters in. Tam subbed out. Oh, look at that pass down to number 12. So there you go. Pretty nifty stuff there as Number 4, Joel Ray, finds number 12, Zachary Pierce, their captain. And that, my friends, is 3 straight goals for the Liberty Lions. In fact, since it's been 10-1, they're on a 4-1 run. It's now an 11-5 ball game. Coach Max sticking with his subs, past CV and Jasper Feldman, the 2 starters, and Rogan Burke, 3 starters are in. Oh, look at that. Aggressive defense from number 4, Joel Ray. Swipes it away. Another counter for Liberty. So this happens. Momentum switches, and momentum is definitely Liberty's way. And number 4, Joel Ray, coming into a 1-on-none and rips it. That is more action for the Liberty Lions, who are now at an 11-6 ball game. And Max Pollock finally says, all right, got to put my guys back in. Declan Murphy, Andrew Wallace re-enter the game. So, yeah, that happened. It went from 11-2 to 11-6 with 1:56 to go. So if you're into things looking good on Max Preps or in the newspaper, that's not good. If you're into getting your players experience and wanting to give high school kids playing time, it is good. So Tam's still ahead 11-6. They would like to maybe extend that lead. So it was a 7-point lead at the end, a 7-goal lead. Oh, look at that. Dax Tarba did not see number 7, and that would be Hayden Young swiping it from him, and now Dax gets kicked out too. So a double whammy. Look at that great swim. Oh, look at that. Another kick out. Rogan Burke with a kick out too. So number 7 and number 14, I believe, or number 8 and number 14, 2 kickouts. 2 kickouts. And look at that. The turnover, a 6-on-4 does not work. Does not work. And, oh, we called something again. I don't know what he called. He called something. But it is back to Liberty, 1:23 to go, and there's number 19, Hunter V. He's got open water, and he finds number 5. Oh, number 5, Alex Silva scores. So that is, it's 11-7 ball game. It was 11-2.
14 on the last one.
So that's 5 straight goals for, I would say, if Coach Max is watching this on replay, be careful with what you play with because it's an 11-7 ball game. We had some controversy as to who got kicked out, and we're sorting it out. So Liberty was over here asking, referees asking, coaches are asking. All I know is Liberty scored 5 straight goals. That's all I know. So we got ourselves a game. 11-7. It was 11-2 when wholesale substitutions were made, and the wholesale substitutions have not gone Tam's way. They've gone Liberty's way. So we'll see how Tam responds in the final 1:16. Still sorting out a lot of scorebook stuff. All right, Tam putting their starters back in. So it's always a little victory for Liberty when they say, hey, put your starters back in. What do you think we are, chopped liver? We're the Liberty Lions. You can't treat us like a ball of yarn. And they went on a 5-0 run that forced the entry of all the starters, Andrew Wallace, past CV, Jasper Feldman, Declan Murphy, Rogan Burke, and Samir Malise.
Yes, he is. He's entitled to be here. He is entitled to have a book at the desk. Yes, he is.
He doesn't have to distract us to do our job.
Well, he's trying to do his job, too, to make sure it's right. So he just asked me to confirm the book.
We have a little stoppage in play as the refs and the scorebooks get on the same page. So we'll be right back with a little bit here as we sort it out. 1:16 to go in the first half. Coach Rosie over here, I like her jacket. It's a handsome jacket, the Liberty Lions. Very handsome jacket. All right, she says, we never get to wear it out of Liberty. It's so hot out in Brentwood in the eastern Contra Costa County. She likes a little Tuesday night weather. So, it's a game of streaks. Tam was up 11-2 and fell asleep at the wheel, and Liberty's got a little belief now. So, let's see how Tam responds. Ethan Wallace to Rogan Burke. Tam working a little play as Murphy swims down low. Number 11, Sammy Melise over to Rogan Burke. And Burke, with pretty much a straight-on shot, easily stopped by goalie Jack Lorenz. And here's a counter to number 19, Hunter V. Here we go. Liberty on the move. Liberty Lions on the move with a little belief. Oh, the key moment there. Joel Ray with a sloppy pass to Pash CV. Pash CV spins him. They got all kinds of numbers. He's not really looking. Oh, they call an offensive foul on Pash CV. Now Liberty's got the momentum. Everything changes. Liberty's got the numbers now. 42 seconds to go in the half, and that's number 4, Joel Ray. He's up, and they call the 5-meter on Andrew Wallace. This game's getting a little weird. Joel Ray will shoot a 5-meter, and that's the second exclusion on Andrew Wallace. This game's gotten a little weird and wonky. Colleen, I don't know what to make of it. Liberty's getting a little rowdy. Whistles are going against the home team, and we got a little situation on our hands. And number 4, Joel Ray scores. We got ourselves an 11-8 ball game. That's a 6-0 run for the Liberty Lions. A 6-0 run for the Liberty Lions, and Tam showing its weaknesses. When you're up 11-2, you should probably want to be up 15-2, 17-2, not 11-8. Sorry, I got to change that score there. Always a little lag on that. Well, we got ourselves a game. 30 seconds to go. First half. We'll see what happens here. Pash CV, looking. Up top to Andrew Wallace. Down to Declan Murphy, who does not convert. Sloppy little sort of a low percentage look. He was farther away from the goal than he thought. It's going to have to be defense here, guys. 18, 17, 16. 15. We forget their identity as a defensive team. Where is their identity as a defensive team? And Andrew can't commit any fouls, right? So 10 tries to spin him. That's Peyton Nelson, and Jasper Feldman cagily swipes it away. A goal here would be nice right before the end of the half. 4, 3, 2, and he misses. Halftime. Well, all right, Tam. I think the phrase is, I don't like the phrase, but the phrase is playing with your food. And it's one of those phrases that means when you don't have a killer instinct, when you take your foot off the gas, when you don't twist a knife, to use a little bit violent imagery. Shout out my high school basketball coach, Ethan Winterling, who used to scream at us to twist the knife. It was a blood-curdling scream that terrified many in the Gus gym, but guess what? We went to the championship game because we twisted a lot of knives. So, right now, Tam was up 8-1 at the end of the first quarter. They're only up 11-8 at the end of the second quarter. In that quarter, only 3 goals scored, 2 by Murphy, 1 by Wallace. So we'll add Wallace is up to 4 goals. Is that right? Wallace is up to 4. Murphy's up to 3. And, 4 for Wallace. 2 for Pash CV, that's 6. 3 for Murphy is 9. 1 for Feldman and 1 for Melise, that's 11. Meanwhile, for the Liberty Lions, who are roaring back, number 19, Hunter V, has 1, 2, 3 goals. Number 4, Joel Ray, has 3 goals. Number 19, I gave you number 19. Number 12, their captain, Zachary Pierce, has a goal. And it's Liberty 11-8. Yeah, if you tuned in, if you're just tuning in right now, you're like, oh, good game. Yeah, Liberty's a good team from Brentwood, Eastern Contra Costa County. Yeah, that's all true. What's also true is that Tam was ahead 11-2. And Coach Max substituted liberally. It's nice, a good chance to get some kids to play. Unfortunately, Liberty took full advantage and stormed back. Even when he put his subs back in, Liberty scored again. And Tam did not. So we got ourselves a ball game. We'll see how Tam responds. Kind of reminds me of the San Marin game if you're a 2025 Tam Varsity Water Polo student. Very similar to the San Marin game where Tam built a big lead early, then took their foot off the gas. San Marin came roaring back, and then Tam absolutely opened up a can of whoop butt in the third quarter, wound up winning that game 24-9. Now, here's the difference. Andrew Wallace has 2 exclusions. Andrew Wallace is, of course, their leading scorer. So that's something we got to watch. The whistle has been active. I don't believe Liberty's had an exclusion. Is that correct? I don't believe Liberty's had a single exclusion. Is that correct? So it's a little weird when, I'll say this loud enough, it's a little weird when Liberty has no exclusions in the game. It's something of note. A stat of note, perhaps. Something they'd flash on the TV on Sunday Night Football. That 11 exclusions for TAM, 0 for Liberty is something that Monday Night Football might talk about. But hey, we'll see what the second half brings. Sometimes you got to plant seeds. All righty. Let's go. 11-8, third quarter action. We're getting ready to go. We got ourselves a ball game. 7 minutes to go. All right.
I was just seeing if you were live all the time.
Yeah, that was live. Because you guys have 0 exclusions. Yeah, that's kind of silly.
Earlier I heard you talking about the record.
Yeah, you guys are 10-5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 losses to only 3 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
College Park, Las Lomas,
Yeah, it's both
and Cal
Florida
High,
and
right?
South.
Yeah. Good stuff. Hey, any stats you got for me, let me know. All right? Can you tell me number 19? I'm going to say this live. Number 19's last name? Fosterly. Thank you, sir. I've been calling him Hunter V. All right, Tam wins the sprint. Thank you, Mr. Liberty, for the help. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. We're back to the action. We'll see what Tam responds to a surge from the Liberty Lions, who are 6-0 run. And Tam's got their starters in. Of course, Ethan Wallace. Down to Declan Murphy, who had water. He rises up and draws the 5-meter exclusion. There it is, the first exclusion of the day. Maybe the seed was planted. You know what I mean? Who knows? So great pass from Andrew Wallace down to Declan Murphy. And Wallace now is rewarded with the 5-meter. We'll see if he cashes it in here with 6:42 to go. Right out of the gate, he rises up. One of those ones where he took his time. He's usually the fastest draw in the West, and then sometimes Andrew says, you know what, I'm going to rise up and just hang out. So, well, pretty important for Tam to get that first goal, to tell you the truth. Stops the 6-0 run by Liberty. It was 11-2, and now it's and then it was 11-8, and now it's 12-8. So the 2 senior co-captains doing what they do. Wallace with a nice pass down to Murphy, who draws the 5-meter exclusion, and Wallace cashes it in. Now, can they be a defense team? And look at that. Right away, Sammy the swiper. Right away. So maybe a little halftime speech, perhaps. Look at Sammy go. Forget about how fast a swimmer Sammy is. He draws a 5. He draws a 5. Sammy can swim, baby. That was some good swimming by Melise. The old strawberry seal doing his thing in the pool where he used to swim as an 8 and under. He was a terror as an 8 and under. They're rewarding Declan Murphy, number 5, who's kind of the sort of the backup 5-meter guy to Andrew Wallace. He rises up, sees what he's got, and rips it in. The old fastball there. So right away, Tam gets 2 5-meters, and right away Tam scores twice to go up 13-8. So again, defense. If Will Quist was here, he is not here. It's all about defense. They need to have a defensive identity. They got away from it in the second quarter, and right away you saw the defense from Sammy Melise to force that pass. Let's see if they can cash in again on defense. You can see the press is a little – Murphy's down there wrestling with number 10, Peyton Nelson. You can see the defensive intensity is ramped up a little bit for Tam. Liberty not finding much. And look at that, knocked away by Murphy. The pass was into 10, Nelson, and Murphy said, BAP! Get that out of here. And Tam on a counter. Here we go. Another exclusion for Liberty. Maybe the comment at halftime worked. That's the 3rd exclusion for Liberty in the first 2 minutes. Sorry, I'm just kind of laughing at the fun of the way it works. Sometimes stats are interesting. All right, 6 on 5 for Tam. We'll see what they can do with this thing. Ooh. Pass CV with a shot maybe a little early in the 6 on 5. Especially when you got guys like Wallace and Murphy who like to work together. So maybe a blown opportunity there. Something to think about here. Oops, sorry, I forgot to mention that was the 3rd quarter. Sometimes my Chiron work is not that great. All right, 5:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tam scored the first 2 goals of this quarter in number 4. Did not expect that. Number 4, Joel Ray slips one off the bar past Ethan Wallace. So, Liberty. Look at that. That was a little surprising. Rowan Holden entering now for number 10, Pash CV. And Tam goes into their full half-court offense here. Murphy being guarded by Pierce down low. Over to Burke. Burke sees Feldman. Jasper Feldman looking for some water. And they call the offensive. They call the offensive on Feldman. So 5:10 to go. 4-goal game. Sorry, I did not mention. Gosh, I always forget to notch those goals. I apologize. One-man show here. All right, Feldman pressing again. It's the defensive identity is what Tam needs to be all about. And that goal by number 4, Joel Ray, was a bit of a shocker. Sort of an outside shot. Usually the kind of thing that doesn't get past Ethan Wallace. I'm sure Ethan's a little miffed. Wants a shot to stop another one. Shot clock down to 8:76. Oh, my. And number 19, Hunter Vasserly, I believe. Hunter Vasserly. It's a 13-10 ball game. So, credit to Liberty. Those are 2 artful shots, those 2 goals. Again, things that I think Ethan's probably thinking, I wasn't expecting that. And we got ourselves a 3-goal game. It's the closest Liberty's been. Twice now they've gotten to within 3. Tam, though, Jasper Feldman with a look over to Rogan Burke. Good aggressive passing. Tam's got some looks here, and Jasper Feldman off the top. Murphy gets it back, swiped away. It's staying here, though. It's staying here. Murphy shouting at his teammates about something they want to work. Maybe not the exact play they were looking for, perhaps. We'll see what's going on. As Tam works it over to Feldman. That's Holden to Feldman. Feldman rips it down to Murphy, who draws the kick out on number 12. All of a sudden, the kick out game has changed dramatically in favor of Tam. And Sammy Melise. Oh, Murphy rose up. He wanted to have one of his little tip-ins. He didn't get it. And there's Burke kind of sticking over to Melise. Oh, Murphy rose up again, and they didn't go to him. Oh, it's twice. And Jasper says, fine, I'll do it. You need me to do it, I'll do it. Jasper Feldman with a nice 6-on-5. So Tam takes advantage of the 6-on-5. Good kick out drawn by Murphy to get the 6-on-5. So exclusions now tilting a little bit Tam's way. Tam doing a better job drawing them and has now taken a 14-10 lead. Again, I want to remind everybody it was 11-2 when Tam wholesale subbed and Liberty really took advantage. Went on a 6-0 run to make it 11-8. And it's been a little weird ever since. Now, since halftime, Tam's outscored Liberty 3-2 this half. Poor ref's working the game by himself. Be nice if he had a little help, but hey, it's a non-league game on a Tuesday night. Andrew Wallace pressing. Again, defensive identity is what Tam needs to get to. And see Jasper Feldman, he'll just beat you. If there's a loose ball, Jasper Feldman will outswim you. That's what he does. He's one of the better young swimmers in the county. Nice pass to Rogan Burke on the counter. Burke now draws the ordinary. Burke over to Andrew Wallace, who you want. Oh, he hit it with both hands. He touched it with both hands. Counter for Liberty now. Although Andrew did a good job of throwing that in the net to prevent the counter. Coach Rosie Ayers calls timeout in her handsome maroon jacket. And we have a little timeout with 3:48 to go. A 14-10 ball game. Coach Max calling everybody over. So, credit to Liberty. They're doing this against the starters. It's only a 3-2 score. I mean, since halftime, it's only 3-2, and Tam's playing most of their starters here. So, those 2 goals, I think, were pretty surprising from Liberty to sneak past Ethan Wallace. Andrew Wallace and Declan Murphy are talking with Max Pollock here. Max is shouting a little bit. Maybe this happens when you have an 11-2 lead. Stresses down a little bit to 14-10. So Liberty's feeling good. They're like, we drove all the way from Brentwood. We might as well make a game of it. And they are. Again, Liberty is of Brentwood, California, out in eastern Contra Costa County, a perennial team you see in the NCS brackets. They're 10-5. Tam, of course, 5-3, coming off an 0-2 start, winning 5 of their last 6. Only that 9-8 loss to Redwood. They play Marin Catholic tomorrow. More TamTV tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget, we'll go back-to-back, little night-day action. And then Monday at Archie Williams. There'll be no TamTV, but we'll see you out there. All right, we'll see what Liberty does out of the timeout. See what Coach Rosie drew up. Trying down to number 12, Bradley Pierce, who, oh my. Was that Pierce, number 12, or number 4? Was that number 4, Joel Ray? That was high degree of difficulty, and you just got to tip your cap at that point in time. He was falling backwards. Ethan had it, and he put it maybe in the only place he could, kind of like a crazed alley-oop here. So, all right, Tam back at it, down 3 now, or up only 3. There's Wallace. Murphy, they're dropping down on Murphy now. See who can take advantage. That's Rowan Holden in there now to Andrew Wallace, who rips it in. Nice assist from Holden to Wallace, who's simply one of the finest scorers in the NCS. And he rips home an important goal for Tam, because I got to give Liberty some credit. Several of their goals have been high degrees of difficulty, and they're netting them. Hey, man, you tip your cap. It's like when Steph Curry takes those shots, you're like, no, not Steph. Boom. He makes them. Of course, that's Steph Curry. Shout out the Warriors, who are back in our lives real soon. Scrimmage this Sunday, but I digress. It's got to be defensive identity for Tam. They've allowed 3 goals this quarter, which I don't think they're happy about. I would say that all 3 of them have been nifty, high-degree shots by Liberty. This press defense, more what Tam wants. They drop down, pass CV drops, shot clock down to 5. This should probably be a low-percentage shot. Easy stop for Ethan Wallace, and that's what Tam needs to do, is build off their defense. Again, those were 3 nifty shots by Liberty, but look at Murphy trying to outswing number 4, Joel Ray. Just can't quite do it. So they go over to Wallace, which is always a good idea. Number 10, Peyton Nelson, pressing him. Gets an ordinary. Oh, down low to Murphy, who will, not get it. He did not have position. He's frustrated. Andrew with an aggressive pass. Murphy didn't quite have position. It's a turnover. It was a good idea by Wallace, but Murphy wasn't quite set. So, failed opportunity. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. In a 15-11 game, Tam led by 3 at half. They lead by 4 now. They led at the end of the first quarter 8-1, to give you an indication. Coach Rosie's got to be real pleased with the moxie of her Lions. All right, shot clock under 10. Again, defensive identity is what Tam needs. Rogan Burke with a little defense right there. And another low-percentage shot. Boy, they put it up there off the bar, though. My gosh, and Liberty retains. They get to the 50-50 ball ahead of Tam. That's got to frustrate you if you're a Tam Red-Tailed Hawk fan, losing a 50-50 ball. And here, my gosh, Joel Ray with those lobs. The lob man. I think he's going to have one of those license plates that says lob man. My gosh. As opposed to Kramer's, which said, of course, ass man. And it turns into a counter that Sammy Melise cashes in. So, man, oh, man. These crazed lobs from Joel Ray that are just kind of haunting you. That one does not go in. And because it didn't, Tam was able to counter. Sammy Melise with the skip shot in. And Tam steadies the waters just a little bit. 1:49 to go. 16-11. Some subs coming in for Liberty. Tam sticking with their starters. I think they do need to build some cohesion. Coach Max does like to sub out a lot. Now, tomorrow's Marin Catholic game may be a chance. I shouldn't even say that. Got to give Wildcats their respect. They got a lot of good players. But I do think it is wise to let these starters get their chemistry together, especially before they go to the Archie game. Big game against Archie Williams on Monday. You can't have starters that haven't played together that much. And the sub policy is good, but there's some big games coming up. And this one got close, man. 11-8, and now 16-11. So Tam's a high-scoring team. Defensive identity, I'll say it over and over and over again. It's all about the defensive identity for Tam. And see if they can kind of continue to press. And they're doing a good job because the press now, we're down to 10 on the shot clock. And that's just a lob down there. That's just a wasted pass. That's just a bad turnover. Hunter V had no interest in getting it. Ethan Wallace picks it up. Down to Sammy Melise, the lefty, who sees Murphy in the middle of the pool, who comes up, rips it, and goes off the bar. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. And that's a counter, and that's a score. And that's just something that's going to drive Murphy crazy because that's just a goal he needs to rip into the net. And you try to get too fancy. I think he tried to get too fine with that one. He had more room than he thought, and he said, well, I'm going to try to needle it over here. No. You could rip that thing in the back of the net and stop being so fine. And as a result, Liberty gets an easy counter and an easy goal, 16-12. Credit to Liberty, man. Tam's played their starters the whole quarter. It's only 5-4 this quarter. Wake-up call for the Tam Red-Tailed Hawks, who are trying hard again to try to get something going. Sammy Melise, Andrew Wallace, Jasper Feldman, Murphy working hard. Rogan Burke to Murphy. Nice pass by Rogan Burke. Really nifty pass from Burke to Murphy. Put it really in the only place he could, and Murphy scored that one. So really good teamwork there. Great assist from 14, the junior. Put it right where Liberty couldn't get to it and Murphy could. So good stuff. Good team polo. All right, Tam, defensive identity, 43 seconds to go. You'd like to see Tam get a stop and a goal before this quarter comes to an end. So Feldman pressing. Burke pressing. 14 on the shot clock. Wallace being careful with the 2 fouls. He's guarding that. Goalmeister, Joel Ray over there. 10 on the shot clock. 11 on the shot clock, pardon me. 10 on the shot clock. Oh, turnover. Forced by Rogan Burke. He's having a nice little series here. Tam with 24-23. I told you they'd like to get one more sort of calm the waters before the end of the quarter. Oh, the offensive. And here we go. Now Liberty's got numbers, and it's the lob man, Joel Ray. Kicks it over to number 6. Samuel St. Michael over to the lob man, and Murphy takes the 5-meter. He did it to prevent, or takes the kick out. That was a good foul by Murphy. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They're not going to get it off, are they? There it is. Great. That was a really good foul by Declan Murphy, a smart foul. He knew that goal was going to be in the back of the net unless he committed the flagrant. He did. That forced Liberty to reset, and they did not score. So smart play there. Sometimes that foul is a good foul to take. So Tam turns an 11-8 halftime lead into a 17-12 third quarter lead. And it was, just to give you a little sense of how this game went, Tam was up 8-1 after the end of the first quarter. They were up 11-2 when Coach Max subbed everybody in. Liberty went on a 6-0 run that changed the feel of the entire night. And since then, it's been weird. As, who was it? Steve Martin, who said, what did he used to say? Let's get weird? Let's get what? He used to say something. Let's get strange. Let's get weird. That's anyway. Shout out to Steve Martin crowd out there. If you have a banjo, go ahead and play it. And since then, it's been a little weird. Now, in that quarter, Tam did outscore Liberty 6-4. 3 of those Liberty goals were really, really nice. They were goals that I think Ethan Wallace, even our outstanding national team goalie, was like, wait, what? You guys made those? So, tip of the cap to some high-level execution by Liberty High of Brentwood. But Tam will come back out there and, again, try to establish with the starters. Andrew Wallace playing with those 2 fouls. I think Murphy's got 2 now, too. So, both Murphy and Wallace playing with 2. Samir Malise. Pash CV. It's Rogan Burke, Ethan Wallace, Andrew Wallace, Declan Murphy, and Jasper Feldman. Liberty Lions have to be pleased with their showing here today after being down 11-2. Really, since that, they've outscored Tam 10-6. So, a little stat for you. All right, swimming the sprint for Liberty will be number 3. Colton Dravek, I believe is his name. It's been close between him and Sammy. See who gets this one. Sammy Malise wins it again. Over to Murphy, who's getting aggressive now. Over to Wallace. Wallace and he. Oh, look at Murphy's now advancing. And Wallace is advancing. So Murphy drew 2 defenders, opening the water for Wallace, who rises up and feeds down to Murphy, who gets fouled. And it's an ordinary. Back to Wallace. Oh, and Andrew Wallace. Oh, nice stop by the goalie, number 1, Jack Lorenz. Tam retains possession. So, good defense there by Liberty, because Murphy and Walsh were trying to put on a little 2-man game, and they sealed it off. So, we'll reset everything with 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Liberty Lions have found their footing. Maybe it took a little time after the commute on the way over from... Oh, look at down low to Murphy, who rips it in! See, that's, I think, what they're looking more for from Murphy is more aggressive attacking. Nice assist from Sammy Malise. And a little woofing going on, I guess. Warnings issued. Water polo talking, part of the game, of course. Ref trying to control it. So Tam now 18-12. Very reminiscent of the San Marin game. If Tam can get this thing up to maybe like about a 10-goal lead, it would be sort of like that San Marin game where it was really, really weird and wonky, and then Tam exploded in the second half. Now, Liberty has scored more goals than I think Tam anticipated. They've scored 12 goals, 3 including 4. But defensive identity, I'll say it over and over and over again. That's the only way this team's going to get to the championship if they want it. There's nice defense by Pash CV, sticking with his man, number 5, Alex Silva. Pashevi with the press. Shot clock down to 6. Shot clock down to 5. Ordinary foul. Shot clock down. And Ethan Wallace with an easy stop looking for a counter. Where's Los Hermanos? Not just yet. He doesn't have Ethan. Andrew was picked up on that one. So Tam will go down to Murphy. Murphy looks a little intriguing. He's got 3 guys on Andrew Wallace. He's going to dump it down to Wallace anyway, who's stuffed. A combination of Joel Ray and the goalie, Jack Lorenz. We'll see if Liberty can counter. A good idea by Andrew. Just a little trafficky down there. All right, don't pass that pass. Andrew Wallace. Jasper Feldman might beat you there. No, he drops back smartly. Shot clock down to 15. Defensive identity for Tampa. Look at that. You just don't try that pass with Big Tree Murph down there. It leads to the Los Hermanos connection. Andrew Wallace gliding in like a swan and rips it over to Sammy Melise. Very unselfish by Andrew Wallace. So that started with Liberty trying to throw a pass down to the 6'5.5", some might say 6'6" senior Declan Murphy, whose long tree branch arms swiped it away. Got it to Ethan Wallace. He said, "Donde está mi hermano?" Andrew Wallace said, "Estoy aquí." And there was a goal. Actually, Andrew Wallace with a goal over to, I gave it to Andrew Wallace, who was actually Sammy Melise's goal. I was so pleased with Andrew's assist. All right, defensive identity. That's what Tam needs to build on here. They really do. If they're going to play Archie on Monday, they really need to work on that defense. And we'll see what happens here. Sammy with some good press. Look at that, Jasper. Again, a wet ball. Oh, they're calling. Oh. Kick out? No. Kick out? No. Oh, just an ordinary. Or is he calling a kick out? No, he's just calling an ordinary. Look at that long pass by Brentwood. 9, 8, 7. Shot goes Joel Ray, the goalmeister. And look who swarms in, but Sammy the swiper with another great instinctive defensive play. Gets it out to Wallace. Tam's on a counter. Jasper Feldman, the sophomore, he's dangerous. Although there's a little traffic there, so nothing really. Good job by Liberty getting back on that. Sends it over to Rogan Burke. Burke rises up, doesn't see much. Oh, and look at that pass to Sammy Melise. There's some action over to Wallace. Wallace down low to Feldman, who's, bad luck off the bar. Oh, just terrible luck for Jasper Feldman on that one. He was so close. And Liberty will say thank you. We'll take that. Timeout being called by Liberty, Coach Rosie. So, bar out there by Jasper was unfortunate. A lot of credit to Liberty, who down 11-2 could have packed it in. And since then has really made Tam sweat. This second half has only been 8-4 in favor of Tam. I mean, that's good and all, but I think Tam holds themselves to higher standards than that. It's all about defense. And allowing those 4 goals, see if they can shut them out in the fourth quarter. I will note, if you're a student of Tam water polo this year, if you're going to find the stat that maybe stokes you the most, their second half defense has been outstanding, and particularly their fourth quarter defense. You look at the Redwood game when they were down 9-3, shut Redwood out the rest of the way, made it 9-8, and had 2 looks to tie. You look at the Menlo game when they were down big, 12 to something like 6 or 7, held them the rest of the way, climbed back to a 12-11 loss. I think back to the Terra Linda game where TL did not score in the fourth quarter, I believe, if my stats are right. So that is a real positive that Tam actually plays better defense later in the game. Could be a credit to their conditioning. Could be a credit to their mindset. Could be a credit to both. So we'll see. After I said all that, they better make me look good and shut out Liberty. 4:19 to go in the game. Tam 19, Liberty 12. Liberty Lions. Coach Rosie called the timeout. She's got something dialed up. Tam sticking with their starters. Burke, Wallace, CV, Melise, Murphy, Feldman, and E. Wallace in goal. So, defensive identity. We'll see if Tam can press correctly, drop correctly, not commit majors. And here's Andrew Wallace pressing number 8, Dominic Bailey. And here's Jasper Feldman pressing number 9, Colin Fern. And here's a pass down to Declan, down into the, and they call an ordinary on Murphy. That's Joel Ray. One more, and Murphy's out of the game. You got to be careful. And look at that. See? The great defense by Tam. They stop it. They force a ball under. Oh, no, they don't. They actually give that ball back to – wait. They're calling a push-off on Joel Ray. So good defensive stand. Despite a couple of whistles that went against him in that sequence, they were able to keep Liberty off the board. Again, that would be the goal. You got Wallace now. Liberty gets back on D. Sammy Melise on the weak side, wide open. He's got something, and he kicks it back out to Murphy, who rips it and is stopped by the goalie, or stopped by a field player. So aggressive shot from Murphy. Not usually his game, but thought he had some open water. We'll see about the defense now. 3:30 to go. 3:30 to go. Oh, kick out. Kick out. Jasper Feldman kicked out. Here we go. 6-on-5. 3:30 to go. Defensive mentality. See if Murphy and those long arms can stop it. See if the press over here can stop it. See if the drop. Look at that. They get the turnover forced by Rogan Burke. Well done. Tam keeping that shutout alive. I'm going to make it a thing. I'm going to will this shutout in the fourth quarter to happen. Sammy Melise, the lefty, looking, finds Pash CV, a fellow lefty. Pash, of course, will shoot that, and he'll score. So that's Pash at his best. That's Pash at his best, where he just kind of just don't think, shoot and score. And he did it. Tam gets it back up to 20-12. Coach Rosie barking at her troops, saying, come on, Lions, you're not out of this thing yet. It's 20-12. Burke out. In comes Rowan Holden, getting more playing time. The surfer, Cowabunga, number 12. Best surfer in the school. Something girls usually like. So I wish Rowan well for upcoming. He's in a finals in a big competition next Sunday. Where is it? At Stinson, Ocean Beach, Bolinas. Where's that? Santa Cruz? Where's that? What? Oh, look at that, Santa Cruz. And there's Rowan. He's fired up for the competition. He makes the steal. That's Will Gracie. I'm sorry. Will Gracie and Rowan both have similar tans. That was Will Gracie with the steal. Nice pass from Ethan down to number 12, Rowan Holden. Cowabunga! The goal. It's in. Catch a wave, hang 10, baby. Watch out, Santa Cruz. He's coming for you. Rowan Holden, really a nice story. Came into the varsity season not as the most touted player and has really seized his opportunities. So, 2:52 to go in the game. Holden, Gracie, Murphy, Andrew Wallace, Sammy Melise, and Pash CV are in. It's defensive mindset. Let's see if Sammy Melise can continue this press. Sammy's a good presser. He's a good presser. That's a dangerous pass, and it's stolen by Pash CV. Oh, we're calling timeout from Max Pollock with 2:35 to go. Andrew's like, Ethan Wallace is like, yo, I had a breakaway. I was looking for my hermano. 30-second timeout being called by ref or Tam? Not sure. 30-second timeout. Coach Max guiding some things. So, again, the focus would be on stopping Liberty in the fourth quarter. Also, some subs coming in. Max Kolesnikov in for Andrew Wallace. And number 4, Rylan Coleman. We like to call him Rylan Goldman in. So 2:35 to go. Max Pollock with his very liberal substitution policy there. Getting them in there. Getting some guys some playing time. Got to give him a lot of credit. We'll see what happens. Gracie, Holden, Murphy setting a pick. Over to Melise. Melise the lefty. He's got a little bit of water to Holden. Gracie again. The tan confused me. Oh, stoned and now a counter. That was number 7, Hayden Young with the stone job on Holden and the counter. But look at Holden chase him down. That man knows how to swim. No counter for Liberty. Good job, Rowan Holden. Good hustle. That's what we're looking for. Don't get beat on 50-50 balls, and if you can prevent a counter, do it. 2 minutes to go in the game. All credit to number 12, Rowan Holden, whose tan with Will Gracie confuses me. As do their similar numbers 15 and 12. Great block by Declan Murphy, who now gets rewarded with a pass, and he's got open water. Memories of his freshman year on JV when this used to happen all the time. He comes up. He's getting clobbered. He gets a kick out. He draws an ordinary, huh? Murphy looks tired. He did not get the kick out, so good hustle back by Liberty to prevent that without a kick out. So give Liberty a lot of credit. Murphy had a chance, maybe a little fatigue there. Ooh, that was not a smart shot by Sammy Melise. And 1:37 to go. Rare. Sammy's such a sharp player. That's unusual. What are we calling here? Murphy on the breakaway. Maybe he's been playing a lot of minutes and couldn't quite pull away from those guys. Credit to Liberty for chasing him down. 1:35 to go. Again, there's the pass down low to number 7, Max Kolesnikov, who loses it. Now here's a counter possibly by Liberty. 1:25 to go. I'm looking for that shutout in the fourth quarter. Defensive mindset. Number 12, Rowan Holden, he gets beat by number 7, Hayden Young, and he's kicked out. Here we go. 1:18 to go. Oh, boy. I think there's an opening here for Liberty. And, stoned off by Will Gracie. Now Murphy comes in, and Murphy causes the fall under. Nice play, Declan Murphy on defense. He's like, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to outswim number 9. No, number 9 says, you're not going to outswim me. That's Colin Fern. Murphy says, yes, I'm going to outswim you. And number 9 says, no, you're not. And Murphy spins and finds his open man, Sammy Malise. Well done. My eyes were on Murphy the whole time. He drew the defense, and Malise cashes in. 55 seconds to go. I think Murphy's calling for a little substitution here with 55 to go. Nice game for him. Elvis Schilleman. So Tam does answer the call. 11-8 at halftime. Outscore him 11-4 in the second half. And really in the fourth quarter, 17-12, a 5-0 fourth quarter. So it's kind of a pattern for these guys. They'll take a 10-goal lead for sure. Let's see if they can hold Liberty off the board in the final minute. They'll take a 10, 9-goal win anytime. Credit to Liberty for a good fight today. They're calling a kick out here. Oh, no, they're calling a push-off. Inside 2, my bad. So Tam with a chance to maybe extend the lead with some of the bench players in here. There's Sammy Malise. Who's he got? Oh, loose pass. And number 5, Alex Silva, scoops it up. They want that goal. Silva and Liberty are trying. Silva's running. Number 6, Sam Michael was open. He didn't see him. Oh, the block by Sammy the Swiper. Great defense. 23 seconds to go. Really nice game for Sammy Malise on a number of levels. And Tam, interesting. Listen, we're going to run this clock down here, 16:15. We're about to sign off. Tomorrow we'll be back in the afternoon. So an interesting game. 11-2 lead turns into an 11-8 halftime game, and then Tam does what they do in the second half, outscores Liberty 11-4 in the second half, and most particularly 5-0 in the fourth quarter. And there is your final, 22-12. Tam wins it. A nice NCS win for them. Good comeback by Liberty. And that is that for Tuesday Night Lights. Got a little weird, got a little wonky, but Tam winds up winning by 10. A good night to be a red-tailed Hawk. So thank you to Colleen Donaldson. Thank you to Vicky and Alex Burke. Thank you to all you all in TamTV land. Tam High Foundation, Tam Boosters make this possible. Please donate to both so you can have this wonderful product. We'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. For Tam Marin Catholic signing off, this has been Brian Murphy, your play-by-play man from Tam High signing off. Have a good evening, everyone.